All right, thanks, Megan. Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining today's webinar. The topic is how to avoid bottlenecks when validating laboratory instruments or laboratory informatics systems. But first, a little bit about me. You'll see my bio here. I started out with a chemistry degree and 4 years as an HPLC bench chemist for Novartis Consumer Health. And after doing that for 4 years, I moved into their laboratory computing group, where I was involved in primarily LIMS and chromatography projects, serving all roles as an admin, business analyst, validation specialist, project manager. From there, I moved on to Union Pacific Railroad, where I practiced my project management skills and worked in their project management office. And then I've been with CSols for 8 years now. Second to last bullet point shows some of the systems that I have extensive skills or have experienced validating. A lot of LIMS systems, chromatography systems, laboratory notebooks, plate readers, instrumentation. And I would estimate that through my career, I would say that about 70% of it has been involved in validation in one way or the other.
Hey, Kurt,
so,
I'm going to interrupt you real quick. I forgot to do our sound check. Can someone use the chat feature and send over a message to me and let me know that you can hear us clearly? Everything's coming through okay? All right, cool. I got a bunch of responses coming through that says we're good. All right, please continue. Thanks for letting me interrupt.
No problem. All right, so here's today's agenda. I'm going to talk about validation bottlenecks. I'll have a list of our top 10 bottlenecks that CSols has experienced when doing validation projects. And then I'm going to talk about what you can do to eliminate or mitigate or streamline that bottleneck. The risk-based validation approach, the GAMP5, that'll be part of the topic that'll be mixed in the conversation. Then I'm going to move on to a little tool that we developed to describe a skill set that you would look for when you're looking for validation people to do your validation projects. And then we're going to have a couple conclusion slides, and then I'm going to open it up for questions to the audience. So let's just get started. Here's a Wikipedia definition of bottleneck, right? It's a constraint, or a limiting, or something like that, where it takes longer to do than you would normally expect. So bottleneck number one, I call hitting a moving target. And what I mean by this is the code is not frozen, or the system is not done being configured, and they want you to write scripts. All right, so what happens there? So you write scripts, the code changes a little bit, then when it comes time to execute the script, there's all sorts of deviations or defects or nonconformances, or if you dry run the script just needs to be rewritten because the code isn't frozen. Right? So this happens, sometimes, scope creep, last minute user requirements gets added, or a last minute design spec or configuration change gets added. So that throws all your scripts off. So they have to be reran. That's a waste of time, right? And so what you can do to eliminate that or mitigate that is